Oh, I don't need to do that. The following is a presentation of Retro Sports Network, home of the champions of the past, present, and or future. So used to doing this live, I was waiting for the 5 count to start my Twitch stream. Anyway, my name is Ron Juckett. Welcome to the program. And sadly, it's time for another tribute game. And today we go back to 1976 to honor Joe Morgan, who passed away today, Monday, the 12th of October, 2020, at the age of 77. Morgan, a kid from Oakland, was drafted by the, or came of age, rather, I think this was before the draft, with the Houston Colt 45s and then the Astros, and then was traded to the Cincinnati Reds and became the essential cog of the Big Red Machine. He was the National League MVP in '75 and the National League MVP in 1976. He would later go on to the Giants, where he would knock the Dodgers out of a playoff spot in 1982, I believe, on the last day of the season, and was part of the Wheeze Kids of 1983 with the Philadelphia Phillies that won the National League Championship. He would reunite with Tony Perez and Pete Rose and Mike Schmidt, play with Schmidt for the first time. And so, according to Baseball Reference, his best OPS plus was in 1976. And trying to find, it's hard to find one game that typifies a season or a career. We've struggled with that with the pitchers. You pick a game, like we said, for Whitey Ford or Tom Seaver, that you expect them to do well, and they don't. But that's just the nature of trying to sim a game. So today we go back to Saturday, May 29th, 1976. Surprisingly, the Reds are behind the Dodgers in real life as this game is replayed. This is a game at Riverfront Stadium. Morgan, I believe, would drive in 3 and hit a couple doubles and all that. Hopefully he'll actually do well in his tribute game, but here we are. And so relax and enjoy, and remember Joe Morgan, who was one of the greatest second basemen of all time, and when he was a younger announcer, a pretty gosh darn good one. And yes, we do remember that the Reds won the '75 World Series. But Joe Morgan, thanks for the memories, and thanks for being a part of what made a lot of our childhoods very special. And so this is from May 29th, 1976. We've gone back to the older picture pack, and the Los Angeles Dodgers, fresh off winning the '78 Sim World Series, take the field against the Reds. Jack Billingham is on the mound. Jack went 12-10 in '76 with a save and an ERA of .432. He would make 29 starts and 34 games. He'd go 5 times out of the pen. He's 33 years old and would later head to Detroit to pitch for the Tigers. He is a fastball pitcher at 85 and a ground ball pitcher. The rest of his numbers: 177 innings, 190 hits, 17 home runs allowed. He walked 62 and struck out 76. Here's a lineup he'll face. Davey Lopes leads off at second base. That sounds familiar. Billy Buckner in left will bat second. Steve Garvey will hit third and play first. Ron Say is at third. He'll clean up. Joe Ferguson is in right field. He'll bat fifth. Dusty Baker is in center field. He'll bat sixth. Rick Monday is still with Chicago at this point. Steve Yeager will bat seventh and catch. Bill Russell, the shortstop, will bat eighth, and Rick Rhoden's on the hill for the Dodgers. Defensively for the Big Red Machine, and this thing is as efficient as anything you will ever see on offense. George Foster, a 3-3 in left. Cesar Geronimo, a 10-6 in center. Ken Griffey Sr., a 5-8 in right. Pete Rose is a 4 at third. Dave Concepcion, a 10 at short. Joe Morgan, the man of the hour, a 10 at second. Look at the middle of that. Concepcion, Morgan, and Geronimo all have 10 perfect ranges. Tony Perez, a 4 at first. Johnny Bench, a 10 and a 9 behind the plate. Jack Billingham is a 7 on the mound. with a .972 fielding percentage. It is a gorgeous Saturday in May, Memorial Day weekend, 68 degrees, and the wind is blowing out to right center, where that replay board should not be, at 10 miles an hour. Lopes in 76 hit .241, 4 homers and 20 RBI. And the pitch to Lopes is a ground ball to Concepcion over to Perez, 1 out. Here's Buckner. There's a picture of Bill with the Dodgers. I didn't realize that. He had .301 with 7 homers and 60 RBI. He stole 28 bases. People forget that Bill had good speed. Pitch to Buck is a fly ball to right. Griffey, 2 out. Brings up Steve Garvey at .317, 13 homers, and 80 RBI. Billingham deals, and there's a line drive to Morgan, and that will retire the side. Dodgers go in order. Rick Rhoden coming on the hill, no score. So Rhoden made 26 starts. And as I said in the intro, the Dodgers were actually in first place when this game was played. Rhoden went 12-3 with a 2.98 ERA. Made 26 starts. In 76, he's a tender age of 23 years old, a fastball pitcher at 86, and a fly ball plus pitcher. And this will be the lineup he'll face. Pete Rose leads off at third. Ken Griffey is in right field. He'll bat second. Joe Morgan, coming off his MVP campaign in 75, will hit third and play second. Tony Perez cleans up at first. George Foster in left will bat fifth. Johnny Bench behind the plate will hit sixth. Dave Concepcion at short will bat seventh. Cesar Geronimo in center will bat eighth, and Billingham, who threw 11 pitches in the top of the first, will bat ninth. Defensively for the Dodgers, Buckner is a 6 and a 3 in left, Dusty Baker a 5 and a 3 in center, and Joe Ferguson is a 4 and a 1 in right. That is the very definition of a ramen noodle arm. Ron Say is a 7 at third, Bill Russell a 7 at short, Davey Lopes a 7 at second, and Steve Garvey a 10 at first. The middle of that Dodger infield was stable for years. Yeager is a 6, don't know the arm because it put Rose in the wrong spot. And Rhoden is a 7 and a 9 fielder with a .967 percentage. Rose steps in, 323, 10 homers and 63 RBI. Pitch to Pete is ball 4. Yeager has a 9 arm, by the way. And now bring up Griffey at .336. 6 homers and 74 RBI. He scored 111 runs out of the 2-hole. Throw to first, Rose back. I always felt the 76 team was better. That 75 team was incredible. But that 76 team stomped through Philadelphia and then the Yankees and formed the World Series. Pitch to Griffey is a ground ball to Say. He goes to Lopes for 1, over to Garvey, and that is... Nope, he's safe. He beat it out, and here's Joe Morgan at .320. 27 homers, 111 RBI. He scored 113 times and stole 60 bases. He's got that shutter stance at the plate. It looks like he's spasming, like he's squeezing his arms, waiting for that pitch. He only, in a 472 at-bats and 114 walks, so I'll do the quick math here, 586 plate appearances. He grounded into only 2 double plays. Rhoden deals, and that's a ground ball to Lopes. Russell for 1. And I think he beat it out. He did. As he almost jinxed me there. Here's Tony Perez. 260, 19 homers, and 91 RBI. He scored 77 times. Pitch from Rhoden. There's a ground ball to Garvey. He'll underhand it to Rick, and that will retire the side. Reds get a a couple runners on and can't do anything with them. They strand one after one, no score. So Ronnie Say, Joe Ferguson, and Dusty Baker here in the second. Say 277, 23 homers, and 80 RBI. Pitch to Say, struck him out. Got him on a 1-2. That's the first for Billingham. He's not going to strike out a ton. Joe Ferguson, who would be traded to Houston and then go back to the Dodgers at the end of the 78 season. 222, 6 homers and 18 RBI. Fly ball center field. Geronimo rides the bike. 2 out. Here's Dusty Baker. Picture of him with Atlanta. 242, 4 homers, and 39 RBI. And Baker swings Geronimo in the left center field, and that will retire the side. So Billingham, 6 up, 6 down after an inning and a half, no score. People forget, as George Foster steps up, played with the Giants, it's where he got his start. 306, 29 homers, and 121 RBI out of the 5-hole. Of course, he would hit 50 in 77. Pitch to Foster is into shallow left center. Baker, 1 out. Here's Johnny Bench. Johnny got hurt. I forget what year it was. You'll tell me in the comments. And he was never really the same after that. 234 in 76, although my memory tells me he was the World Series MVP. 16 homers and 74 RBI. He stole 13 bases. Up to Roden. Over to first. 2 out. Brings up Davey Concepcion. 281. 9 homers. 28 doubles, 7 triples. And 69 RBI. Ball 4. So a 2-out walk for Cesar Geronimo at 307. 2 homers and 49 RBI. No score, bottom of the second. Pitch, so I'll throw to first, Concepcion back. Stealing percentages haven't been that great, and the Dodgers are wise to try to keep him close. Pitch. Got him, and it got away from Yeager. So a wild pitch on a 1-0, so it's now 2-0. It was not a strike 3. I thought that's what I heard. So 2-0 count, 2 out for Geronimo and Concepcion on second. So a single would score the run. Ball 4. So the first base open walk brings home Billingham. Jack at 237 with 4 RBI. 2 out and 2 on. Concepcion on second, Geronimo on first. Ground ball to Garvey. He'll underhand it to Roden, and that will retire the side. Reds don't have a hit, but they leave 2 on. We go to the third, no score. Here's Yeager. That's a look I'm familiar with. Kind of like with the Michael Caine aviator glasses. He hit 214 in 76, 11 homers, and 35 RBI. Walter Alston, by the way, is the manager of the Dodgers, his last year. And, of course, it's Sparky Anderson for Cincinnati. Pitch to Yeager is a ground ball to short. Concepcion over to first for the out, 1 away. Here's Billy Russell. That picture was taken at Shea. 274, 5 homers, and 65 RBI. Billingham rocks and deals, and there's a ground ball into the Dodger dugout. And the count goes full, 3-2. Ball 4. He lost him. So a 1-out walk. First base runner. Rick Roden, by the way, can hit. 308 with a homer and 9 RBI. Perez and Rose played for the bunt. 1 out. Pitch to Roden. Swung on, ground ball to short. Concepcion to Morgan for 1. Over to Perez. I believe they turned it. And they do. So no runs, no hits, no errors. We go to the bottom of the third inning. It's the Dodgers nothing, the Reds nothing. So here's Rose. He walked his first time up. Roden, 35 pitches for his first 9. 2 innings and 3 walks. Pitch to Pete. Here's a fly ball, left center field. Baker, 1 out. Not used to seeing Dusty in center. But they had Buckner in left. Reggie Smith must still be with the Cardinals. He would be there in 77 and, of course, 78. Here's Griffey. He's 0 for 1. I suppose I could look. And nope, he's... Oh, yeah, he is there. I don't know why they're playing Ferguson in right. Pitch to Griffey. Got him. So he swung on and missed. A 1-2. That's the first strikeout from Roden. 2 out here in the bottom of the third from Joe Morgan, who's 0 for 1. Morgan, to a younger crowd, is going to be remembered as John Miller's partner for 19 years when ESPN got the baseball package, Sunday Night Baseball, and, of course, eventually playoffs and all that. Plus, he worked with Bob Uecker and Bob Costas for NBC's postseason package in the 90s. Pitch to Morgan. Struck him out. 1-2 curve just below the belt. We're through 3. No score. So Billingham through 9 batters, 33 pitches, 3 innings, a walk and a strikeout. Here's Lopes. He's 0 for 1. Billingham from the wind, and it hit him. Got him on the ribs. So Buckner 0 for 1. Pitched from Billingham. There's a fly ball to left. Foster goes back for the out. Lopes will hold at first. 1 away for Garvey. It was 0 for 1. Throw to first. Lopes is back. They're going to pitch out. There goes Davey. The throw down to Morgan. No. It was close, but Lopes stole the bag. So 1 out for Garvey and a 1-0 count. Steve into left center field. Geronimo running a long way against the track, against the wall. He makes the catch. Crashes into it. Lopes will go to third. 2 out. He ran about 30 yards to Geronimo and then leapt and stretched the hand out over that yellow line. It's 8 feet all the way around here at Riverfront. 2 out for Say, who struck out his first time up. Pitch to Ronnie is a fly ball to center. Geronimo makes the catch, and that will retire the side. Again, no runs, no hits, no errors. The Dodgers have left 1 on. And that was their first runner after 3.5. No score. So Perez, Foster, and bench. Tony 0 for 1. Into center. Back goes Baker. Has it for the out. 1 away. Foster, who would go on to finish his career primarily with the Mets, got a ring in '86. There's a liner to left. Buckner's there. 2 out. Here's Johnny Bench. He's 0 for 1. Roden from the wind. Ball 4. Bench isn't stealing. Here's Concepcion. He walked his first time up. He and Geronimo walked back to back. Roden throws to first. Bench back. Pitch to Concepcion. There's a line drive left field. That's the first base hit for anybody in the ball game. And the Reds have runners on the corners. 2 out for Cesar Geronimo, who walked his first time up. Pitch. Ball 4. They're loaded for Billingham, who is 0 for 1. So the bad news is for the Dodgers that they're loaded. The good news is you're facing the pitcher. Roden delivers. Popped up left side. Buckner, actually that's to the track, and that will retire the side. No runs, 1 hit. We've played 4. The Reds have stranded 6. It's still the Dodgers nothing, the Reds nothing. So here's Ferguson, Baker, and Yeager. Joe is 0 for 1. Billingham starts the 5th with a fly ball to left. Back goes Foster. He's got it. 1 out. For Dusty Baker, Dusty's 0 for 1. Line to ground ball to third. Rose has to hurry to Perez, and Baker beat it out. So the first hit for the Dodgers comes on an infield single. Took a true bounce off that artificial surface, and there wasn't anything Rose could do. Here's Yeager. He's 0 for 1. To third. Rose to Morgan for 1. He throws it to Perez. Yeager is there. So a slow bounder to Rose. It was optimistic they were going to turn 2. So 5-4 on the force, and that brings up Bill Russell, who walked his first time up. Pitch to Bill, struck him out. Second for Billingham, and that will retire the side. Halfway home, no runs, 1 hit. Dodgers strand a man and no errors. No score. Well, we'd show you the recap, but it wouldn't say anything. So Rick Rhoden has allowed 1 hit through 4. He has walked 5, but has left 6 runners on. Billingham has allowed 1 hit through 5 and struck out 2. Rose is 0 for 1 with a walk. Rhoden threw 18, 4 innings, 66 pitches, 1 hit. He has walked 5 and struck out 2. Morgan will bat third here in the 5th. Line drive to Say, 1 out. Brings up Griffey, who's 0 for 2 with a strikeout. This has been the ultimate pitcher still. If you're wondering how the ballpark's playing, lefties +4 batting average, righties -2. It's a cookie-cutter park, so 330 down the lines, 380 to the alleys, and 400 to center. -14% for the lefties, +4 for the righties. Maybe it's 408. Sure, someone will tell me if I'm wrong. Pitch to Griffey, strike 3. Rhoden got him. He chased on an 0-2. So here's Morgan. He struck out. Nearly grounded into a double play and struck out. He only fanned 41 times in 76. Pitch to Rhoden. Here's a fly ball to right. Back goes Ferguson. Goodbye. Joe Morgan has taken the bull by the horns and hit a solo homer in his tribute game. And there wasn't a ballpark in America that was going to hold that. He was not a fan of sabermetrics and all that, but that launch angle and that ball, bat speed was crushed into the second deck. 1-0 Cincinnati. He had 27 on the real year, and he just popped that one. Here's Perez. He's 0 for 2. Ground ball, base hit. Past the diving Lopes. Baker will get it, throw it back in, and that's the 3rd hit for the Reds, and there's 1 on and 2 out for Foster, who's 0 for 2. Throw to first, Perez back. Now he goes home. Foster, base hit, left side. Buckner will pick it up. Perez will round second. He's going to run on Buckner's arm, and the throw to Say is not in time. So you can see how this team can string things together. Perez on third, Foster on first. Perez 0 for 1 with a walk. Rhoden deals. Up the middle, Baker makes the catch to retire the side. But the Reds get 1 hit on the solo shot by Joe Morgan. We go to the 6th, 1-0 Reds. So Rhoden rather, is 0 for 1. He grounded into a double play. Pitch from Billingham. Up the middle, that's a base hit. He's going for 2. The throw to Joe is not in time. So on a bounce, Geronimo is playing in. It got past him. And Rhoden although not blessed with great speed or any speed, but that was an artificial service double all the way. Here's Lopes. He stole a base. He's 0 for 1. Bellingham threw 18 batters, 64 pitches, 5 innings, 2 hits. So walk and 2 strikeouts. Ball 4. So runners on first and second. That was a full count pitch, and Bellingham just kind of stood there and wasn't going to get changed. Nobody out for Buckner, who's 0 for 2. Billy bunts one down. Bench stomps on it. Throws to Morgan covering. The sacrifice worked. 1 out, and that's a surprise. Here's Garvey. He's 0 for 2. Bellingham delivers. Got away from Bench, and everybody moves up 90. We're tied. Wild pitch uncorked on a 1-0, and it's now 2-0. So Garvey with a runner on third, a 2-0 count, and 1 out. Got him. A 2-2 outside on the black. For Ron Say, who's 0 for 2. Big pitch from Bellingham there. His third strikeout. Pitch to Say. Into center field. Geronimo going way back there. That's gone. So that's off the facing of the second deck. And it's 3-1 Dodgers. So a 2-run shot by Say puts Los Angeles ahead. Here's Ferguson. He's 0 for 2. Billingham's a righty. I'm not sure why Reggie Smith didn't play in this game. Here's a ground ball up the middle, a base hit. So that's only the 4th hit. In fact, the Dodgers have only put on 6 base runners. They've scored 3. Here's Baker. He's 1 for 2. Bench and Bellingham trying to get back on the same page. Baker gone. He looked at an 0-2 for strike 3, but the Dodgers do the damage. The home run from Say, a 2-run shot, 3 runs, 3 hits, and no errors. They leave a runner on. We go to the 6th, or bottom of the 6th. It's 3-1 Los Angeles. So Concepcion, Geronimo, and Bellingham. Due up. Concepcion singled and walked. Pitch to from Roden. That's into center field. Baker, 1 out. Geronimo has walked twice. Bellingham, pitch-wise, can go. Let's see what happens here. Got him. Swung on and missed a 2-2. So that's 4 for Roden. And Bellingham will bat. He's 0 for 2. No reason to bunt. Or no reason to take him out, but nobody on. He pops that one into right. Ferguson goes back, makes the catch. That will retire the side. No runs, no hits, and no errors. We've played 6. It's 3-1 Dodgers. So here's Yeager. Russell and Roden here in the 7th. Steve is 0 for 2. Up the middle, Geronimo, 1 out. So Bellingham giving me the fatigue warning, so we'll watch for that. Here's Billy Russell. He has walked and struck out. He's 0 for 1. Ball 4. So Roden, 1 for 2. Doubled. Grounded into a double play, which is what the Reds would love to have here. And scored. That came in the 6th. Ground ball to Concepcion might be 2. Morgan for 1. Over to Perez. It will be 2. So Bellingham does his job. Stretch time, 3-1 Dodgers. So top of the lineup for the Reds here in the bottom of the 7th. Rose is 0 for 2 with a walk. Roden threw 27 batters, 96 pitches, 6 hits, 6 innings, 4 hits. The home run to Morgan. He has walked 5 and struck out 4. Rose is 0 for 2 with a walk. And there's a ground ball to Russell by the bag at second. Over to Garvey, 1 out. Here comes Griffey. Kenny has struck out twice. He's 0 for 3. And there's a ground ball to Lopes, dives in the hole, throws to Garvey for the out. So nobody on this time for Morgan, who gets a standing ovation from the 40,000 plus here at Riverfront. He has struck out, he has scored, and hit the solo shot. Roden winds and deals. Up the middle, a base hit. He's going for 2. The throw to Russell, not in time. So Morgan goes 2 for 4. And Perez is the tying run with 2 out. He is 1 for 3. Pitch to from Rick, popped up right side. Garvey running out of real estate. And the count goes to 0-2. So a reprieve for the governor right now. Roden and 110 pitches. Here we go. And I have no idea what that was. Oh, he swung on and missed on an 0-2. And it got away from Yeager. It gets away. Morgan goes to third. Perez on first on the wild pitch. So here's Foster. He is 1 for 3. So the Reds catch 2 breaks here in the bottom of the 7th. And there's a fly ball to left. Everybody's running. Buckner, no sir, it's gone. So Morgan, Perez, and Foster all score. And it's 4-3 Cincinnati. That's what the Reds did. Foster just right down the line. Boom. So the big red machine making some widgets now. 2 out for Bench, who's 0 for 2. Johnny drew a walk. This time he grounds 1 to Russell, over to Garvey, and that will be the side. But Joe Morgan doubles, and George Foster with a 3-run blaster. We go to the 8th. It's 4-3 Cincinnati. So Billingham threw 27 batters, 7 innings, 105 pitches, 4 hits, the 2-run shot to say. He has walked 3 and struck out 4. Lopes has walked, stole a base. He stole 63 in 76, scored, and is 0 for 1. In the left field, Foster 1 out. That Reds bullpen, they'd like to get Billingham through the 8th, especially with pitcher Spot batting 3rd in the bottom of the inning, but I think a base runner and Sparky comes out to get him. Buckner is 0 for 2. Well, I'm playing Sparky, so I'll come out to get him. There's a liner to right field. That's going to drop in front of Griffey, and Buckner's on with a single. And so this 4-year-old kid's coming out, and Jack Billingham's going, "What are you doing here?" "I'm here to pull you out of the ball game." Is there anybody I want? No, I'm good. So Pedro Bourbon, 4-3 in 76 with 8 saves and an ERA of 3.35. He threw 69 games in 76. He did start one. He's a curveball pitcher. And when he does throw the fastball, it tops out at 84. He's a ground ball plus pitcher, and you know him as Dracula. He threw 121 innings, allowed 135 hits, surrendered just 4 homers, walked 31, struck out 53. Garvey, 0 for 3 with a strikeout. Up the middle, that's a base hit. Geronimo will pick it up. Buckner scampers to third. And 1 out for Ronnie Say, who's hit a 2-run shot in the 6th. Bourbon up the middle. Concepcion trying to turn to Morgan for one. Over to Perez, and I believe they did. Does it? Yes, they did. So 6-4-3. And Morgan with a great throw to get him. We go to the bottom of the 8th. 4-3 Cincinnati. So they play for the bunt. Say and Garvey come in. Concepcion 1 for 2. Dave is singled and walked. Geronimo on deck, and then the pitcher's spot. Concepcion to swing, and he won't, because Roden struck him out on an 0-2. Swinging, and we looked at strike 3. Stood there like a house on the side of the road. Eating some Conn's wieners, because we're in Cincinnati. Here's Geronimo. Cesar is 0 for 1. He walked twice and struck out. Pitch, ball 4, and so the Reds get an insurance run on. And Bourbon, who can hit, will not. Who can hit a righty? It's going to be Bob Bailey. Bailey played for the Pirates, as you can see, in 76, hit .298, 6 homers, and 23 RBI. Not a threat to bunt. See how much longer the computer leaves Roden in. Throw to first, Geronimo back. Pitch to Bailey. Ball 4. So the Reds got something cooking here, and that should be it, I would think. Yep, Mike Marshall. Marshall didn't throw 104 times this year. He did throw 30. He went 4-3 for the Dodgers with 8 saves and an ERA of 4.45. He's 33 years old. He is a righty. They call him the Moose. He is a Scroogey ball pitcher at 87 and a fly ball pitcher. 62 2/3 innings, 64 hits allowed. He allowed 2 homers. He walked 25 and struck out 39. So Rose, Griffey, and that man Morgan again, should the situation allow itself. Rose is 0 for 3 with a walk. Pitch from Marshall. There's a ground ball to Lopes. Russell for 1 over to Garvey, and Pete beat it out. So runners on the corners for Griffey, who was 0 for 4 with 2 strikeouts. It'll be Ferguson, Baker, and Yeager, maybe, for the Dodgers in the 9th. Pitch to Griffey. There's a ground ball all the way down the line and left. Geronimo scores. Rose will round third. He'll go. Buckner picks it up. Griffey will hold it second. Russell's throw to the plate from Buckner is not in time. 6-3 Cincy. So Rose comes in standing. Buckner had a bit of a trouble getting it out of the corner. He threw it to Russell, and by the time that Russell relayed it, Rose was pretty much across home plate. So here's the man of the hour, Joe Morgan. He is 2 for 4, has doubled and hit a solo shot. He has struck out and scored twice. And they're going to walk him, which was absolutely the right call to do. You'd rather pitch to Perez, who was 1 for 4 with a single, a run scored, and a strikeout. 6 runs, 7 hits, no errors for the Reds. They've left 8 on. For the Dodgers, 3 runs, 6 hits, no errors, and they've left on 4. Pitch to Perez is a fly ball shallow left. Buckner is there, and that will retire the side. So that'll do it. 2 runs, 1 hit, no errors. We go to the 9th, 6-3 Reds. Bob Bailey is a 2 and a 4, goes into play left. And Raleigh Eastwood better not blow this because he's now batting 5th. The Reds fireman-in-chief comes in 11-5 and 76 with a 2.09 ERA and 26 saves. He's 26. He is a righty. He's a fastball pitcher at 89 and specializes in the ground ball. In 107 2/3 innings. And I forgot, in 71 games. 93 hits, 3 homers. He walked 27 and struck out 70. Ferguson, by the way, 1 for 3. Baker on deck. Eastwick up the middle, a base hit. Ferguson doesn't have much speed. Reds now have stranded 10, by the way. And the Dodgers 4. 3 runs, 7 hits, no errors. 4 left on for Los Angeles. 6 runs, 7 hits, no errors, and 10 left on for Cincinnati. Here's Baker. He is 1 for 3. Has singled and struck out. Eastwick deals. Into left, gone. 6-5. Well. There wasn't anything Bob Bailey, Beetle Bailey, or George Foster could do about that. So Baker and Ferguson score, and it's a 1-run game. Here's Yeager. He's 0 for 3. Eastwick is yet to retire a batter. Got him. 1-2, strike 3 looking, and there's 1 out for Russell. He is 0 for 1. He has walked twice and struck out once. Ball 4, and the tying run is on base for the pitcher spot, so it won't be Mike Marshall. It will be Ed Goodson, who hit .229 in 76. 3 homers and 17 RBI. No truth to the rumor that his brother is Bill Todman, or his dad is Mark Goodson. Pitch to Ed is a ground ball to Morgan. Concepcion for 1 over to Perez, and I think Morgan just won this ball game. He did. So the Reds turn 2. Morgan in the perfect place at the right time, and the Reds hang on to win this one 6-5. So Joe Morgan is our MVP, as you would be, but he legitimately had a good game. Billingham 7 1/3 innings, 5 hits, 3 runs all earned. The home run to Baker, or say rather, he walked 3 and struck out 4. Baker with a 2-run shot off of Eastwick, who gets the save, kind of. Rick Roden takes the loss, 7 1/3 innings, 6 hits, 6 runs all earned. The 2 homers, Foster and Morgan, 7 walks and 6 strikeouts. But you came here to watch Joe Morgan. He went 2 for 4. He doubled. He homered. He walked once. He made 6 putouts and assisted on 4 more. That is how you do a tribute game. And so there you have it. That is everything you ever wanted to positively remember about Joe Morgan, the 2-time MVP, personality in Cincinnati. He loved being with the Reds. He was a good broadcaster. It's where he got his start, was on Channel 5 in Cincinnati when they did the Red games back in the 80s after he retired. He worked with John Miller for 19 years, and even if you didn't like the guy towards the end, he still had a job as an A-team announcer for 19 years. And just all around good guy. He will be missed. In 2020, that's about enough out of you. I'm Ron Juckett. Thank you so much for watching. We'll talk to you the next time. Good night, everybody.